Hello NBA fans and welcome back to another video here on the NBA the week that was. Today I'll be talking about the Summer League and specifically focusing on the Atlanta Hawks. So the Atlanta Hawks had a draft that many said was like a very high risk yet high upside draft, drafting Jalen Johnson with the 20th pick and Sharife Cooper with the 48th pick. I'll be focusing on those two guys and how they performed in the Summer League and how they've really exceeded expectations and have just bolstered the Hawks' future and brought them to another level after already reaching the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's get right into it, talking about Jalen Johnson first. Coming out of high school, it was obvious that Jalen Johnson was going to be a lottery pick in the following draft. I mean, he's a 6'9" big man who can pass, who can shoot. He was just a hybrid forward that could really do anything on the court, and he looked really promising. But after an up and down year at Duke, which involved him leaving Duke early in February, which raised a lot of questions about his commitment to the game, Jalen Johnson ended up falling to pick 20 for the Hawks, and oh my god, that has worked out really well. So in the Summer League, I mean, you guys can see the stats. In his first 3 games, he averaged 17 points and 10 rebounds, and then he dropped 25 points and 7 rebounds in a win against the Heat just last night. I could talk all about the numbers and stuff, but I'm here to talk about what I've seen watching all of these Hawks Summer League games. Johnson is just clearly the best player on the floor when at most times he's on that Summer League court in Las Vegas at MGM Resorts. I mean, he just has this ability. His athleticism, I feel, is the thing that stands out most about him. He's quick for his height. I mean, he stands at 6'8", 6'9". Yeah, he runs like a guy who's like a point guard. I mean, he dashes down the court. He's developed a great chemistry with Sharife Cooper, utilizing his athleticism to get those high lobs and dunks that he can finish with ferocity. I mean, that guy has had some great dunks already, and it's just 4 games into the Summer League. But other things are like his intangibles that are really just promising to watch for a young guy like Johnson. I mean, he has great passing vision for his size. Out of the low post, he has the ability to find cutters, find open shooters, and the Hawks have utilized him as the primary ball handler on multiple occasions, and he hasn't just scored. He's able to play make and distribute the ball at a high level. Johnson also has a decent looking shot form. While it isn't the most consistent, he's knocked down, I think, 5 or more threes in 4 games, and that's a good start for a guy at his height, and it'll be a good fit again with Trae Young. Speaking about the fit with Trae Young, as I said, that athleticism, his ability to get to the basket is great, and he can just catch those lobs just like John Collins. A lot of people have been saying it. It's like the Hawks drafted John Collins 2.0, and I completely agree with that statement, given the athleticism, given that like the intangibles, the knowledge of the game. He's a very good help side defender. I didn't even speak about his defense. He's been great at the help side, getting some great blocks after playing some great help defense, and he has the ability to stay with faster guys. If he's switched onto a point guard, he's stayed with them, which is good for a guy at his size. He has great length. As I said, he's very agile, and he's a smart defender when he wants to be engaged. That sometimes, I mean, honestly, I can't even say that. In college, on occasion, he would be disengaged on defense, but he's really looked like he's just here to prove a point. In an interview he did with Chris Kirschner, who's the Hawks beat writer for The Athletic, he straight up admitted, "I feel I'm the best player in this draft class." And I love that mentality from him. He responded, so Chris Kirschner obviously questioned that because there's guys like Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham in this draft class. But Johnson said, "Even though I feel like I'm the best player in this draft class, I'm ready to play whatever role the Hawks give me." He isn't looking for those starter level minutes. He knows the Hawks have insane depth, and he might not get playing minutes right away, but he's going to make the most of his opportunity, and he's doing just that in the Summer League with such a promising debut. Now let's talk about his pick and roll partner in the Summer League, and the guy I'm so happy we got at pick 48, Sharife Cooper. Many mock drafts had Sharife Cooper going to the Hawks at pick 20. I mean, they saw the obvious playmaking talent. He was one of 2 guys in the last 5 years in college to average, I think, greater than 20 points and 8 assists. Trae Young and Sharife Cooper, and the Hawks got him at pick 48. There were questions about his defense and his lack of size, and that resulted in him falling all the way down to the Hawks, and boy, how lucky were we. Sharife Cooper, again, his strengths coming out of college was his obvious passing vision and his ability to just slash and get to the bucket with his great change of speed and handle, just like Trae Young coming out of college, except Sharife really didn't have the shooting. But Cooper's just really proved himself. After, I would say, a shaky first half in the first game of the Summer League, Cooper has looked like a top at least a top 20 talent in this draft. There's no way he should have fallen to us at pick 48. I think the best thing I've seen from Cooper all week in the Summer League has just been his ability to get to the basket and finish around bigger guys. Even just standing at 6 foot, his change of speed, oh my god, he can just get past anyone. I've never really seen anyone in the Summer League yet have the ability to stop him from penetrating and getting to the rim. And at a guy who's 6 foot, when you come up against like 6'10", 6'11" bigs, it can be tough to finish, but he's able to absorb that contact and finish with both hands. He's had some nasty reverse layups, a really tough finish against the 76ers to bring the game to overtime, and he can get to the basket whenever he wants with his insane handle and change of speed. The passing vision too, it's just evident that it's there. It's like, again, we drafted John Collins 2.0 with passing vision in Jalen Johnson. Now we have Trae Young without the shooting in Sharife Cooper. But it's like I saw a tweet. He's like the Kirkland Trae Young, but I feel that's disrespectful to him because he's passing at a very high level. He's had behind the back passes, and it's just like simple passes that you think are simple watching from your bed. You think you could make that pass. At the level and the speed that the NBA game is played at, it's very tough to make some of the passes Cooper is making around guys. I think he nutmegged a guy of the pass, some behind the back passes, and overall he just knows where everyone is on the court, and he can see the play two passes ahead, which is so unique for a guy like Sharife because he's so small. It's hard to see over so many big defenders around him. He just has that great passing vision. And the questions about his shooting, I think in the second or third game, Cooper hit 5 threes, including one step back 3 to win the game. And then he turned around to the Pacers bench and just asked them, did it go in? Did it count? He channeled his inner Trae Young. It was so fun to watch. So he has that mentality. He has that attitude. Again, like Johnson, when he's been engaged, he has because of his quickness, even though he doesn't have size, he can beat guys to their spot and prevent them from getting to the basket. So when engaged, he's honestly looked like a better defender than Trae. So having him run our bench offense for the next few years is going to be really good. I think he's going to need more time to develop because, again, Trae needed a lot of time, and Trae was so skilled coming out of college. Cooper's a bit less skilled, very skilled, but not nearly as good as Trae. So he's going to need some time with the College Park Skyhawks, which is the Hawks G League affiliate team. But boy, Cooper and Johnson, they were big steals for the Hawks in the draft. They've performed in the Summer League, and I can't wait to see them in Hawks jerseys for the next few years. And with that, I would like to conclude this episode of the NBA the week that was. Let me know what you think about these guys down in the comment. Do you really think they're also the steals of the draft and the Hawks' future looks even brighter now? Let me know. I'll be glad to have a conversation in the comments. I'll catch you guys on my next video here on the NBA the week that was. See ya.